It's a personal space thing. Yes, it's a public platform. I get it. I understand it. But if somebody feels uncomfortable with something that's happening, why can they not have the right to say, no, I don't want that to happen, if you understand the reasons?
I just think, you know what it is? I think we've lost so much empathy on this app for each other. I just think it's sad that we're all going for each other all the time, and now anything goes. I just think it's quite sad.
No, blocking doesn't work, and I'll tell you why blocking doesn't work, because you can make multiple fucking accounts and people will still go back and do it. People will do it. It doesn't make a difference. I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know what, but what I find hilarious, and I do find it funny, is that a woman jumps up, calls me a rat and a cunt, and I'm the bully.
I think that's what I mean.
Energy for energy. People have to understand that.
What you were saying to her, because I'll download my live. What you said, you didn't swear at her. You just said you agree with what you said yesterday. You didn't swear at her and stuff like that. And then she come in and called you a rat and stuff, and then everyone's in the comments, why are you allowing this? But she was swearing at him, but you didn't say anything. But as soon as and the only time what I didn't agree with, I piped up, but they were going back and forth, but none of you pulled her up when she was calling him a rat and a cunt and stuff like that.
No, because I'm always the bad person. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I literally don't give a fuck. I don't care. You can say what you want. I don't give a fuck. And people saying you're getting involved in arguments. If you're that stupid, the live yesterday was mentioned that Stacey and Alex were talking about mine and Red's comments. I was mentioned. My comments are the worst on the app. My comments aren't the worst on the app by fucking far. So there we go. What about Pearl, Camter and Laura?
I'm going to allow Stacey back in because obviously she's been spoken about.
Yeah, Stacey, I've got hello.
Hiya. Right, listen, sitting saying that I called him a rat. He sat and called me a wronging on his live in front of 3,000 people yesterday. A rat was me being considerate.
You called me a cunt. You didn't call me a rat. You called me a cunt first.
What did you call me on your live yesterday?
Stacey, if Alex was to turn around, Stacey, if Alex was to turn around and say to me,
let me speak a minute. Not one of yous have ever got a personal issue with me. It's all because I defend Alex. That's all.
I have got a personal issue with you
because I have an opinion. Because I dare
to speak and have an opinion.
I say what I see, and you don't like it. That's what your personal issue is with me.
Stacey, can I talk or not? Am I allowed? Because I don't want to shout and scream and start going at each other. You do say a lot about me in comments. You do. You always have done. We even had a message about this. If you remember, we messaged each other and we sorted it out. Did we not?
Yeah, we did.
And then 2 days later, you came. 3 days later, you came after me again. Again, you were in comments going for me.
Look, I have an opinion. This is what everybody does on this side of TikTok. Why are you just drawing me out from my opinions?
But you're the one jumping in Alex's box, reinforcing your opinions.
But I'm allowed to speak.
Well, then he's not allowed his opinion then.
But so I'm not allowed my
opinion. Calling me wrong in front of 3,000 people isn't an opinion. It's inciting hate is what that is.
But then he can say the same thing. So if you don't like each other, why don't you just stop talking about each other? Simple as.
I don't want any hate for you, Stacey. I'm calling out what you did in a box. I don't want any hate for you.
Look, you've just sat in front of everybody.
You just called me a cunt and a rat.
I don't believe that you've got mental health. What do you mean? You don't want bad for me?
Can I explain what I mean then? Am I allowed?
Yeah, go on then.
So you've turned around and said to people you're going to put the nut on people if you saw them in the street. You've turned around, got in. Oh, am I not allowed? Okay, you speak.
Right, you're saying, you said you're going to put the nut on people. I was asked a question and I answered it. It wasn't about anybody. It wasn't about a certain person. It was about, Chippy asked me a question and said, what if somebody said this in the street, what would you do? And I said, I turned around and I stick the heat on them. It wasn't aimed at anybody.
Okay, can I respond?
Yeah.
Or not? Am I going to be allowed to respond?
Yeah, go for it.
You had an opinion yesterday, you jumped in. Red, obviously, and Alec were friends. You know they were friends, don't you? You know they were friends, you know they were close friends. So we know there's a deep meaning behind people that were friends, Cam too in her. We know what it affects her. So you want me to care about your mental health, but you're encouraging a man to make a woman feel small, belittled. You're encouraging that by saying fuck it, just cam to them, when Alex knows the meaning behind someone cam to in her and what it does to her. So where's your care about Miss Red's mental health? That's just a question, not an attack.
I get that, right, but how come it's not the same when other people cam to her? Why is it only when Alex cam to?
Who cam to Alex?
You choose and cam to.
But that's an issue for EQ. That's not Red. That's not me. If Alex said to me, Luke, please don't cam to me, I wouldn't cam to him. I just wouldn't. But you're bringing Miss Red into
everybody
it.
does. Everybody on the app cam to's. And I get what you're saying, right? I get what you're saying because
Yeah.
Alex and Red had a relationship, and 100% I get it. Don't sit and think I don't, because I do.
I know
But
you do.
I'm not-
That's why
but
that's why I'm a bit disappointed in your comment yesterday, because I know you understand.
Then come and speak to me. Look, don't sit and drag me. Like, I'm not a horrible person. Yeah, I just got up and called you whatever. Look, but it's because you dragged me on your live yesterday. Come and message me. Don't then sit in a live and drag me all over, and don't let me in your box to respond.
Okay, I'll let you in the box to respond next time. You're more than welcome. If I'm saying something about you, you can get in the box and we can talk about it. That's absolutely fine.
Right, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay, that's fine.
Right.
So, thank you.
Can we kiss each other and make up?
Oh, listen, I couldn't. I'm honest to God, I don't. I'm good.
The thing is, I think, Stacey, I don't think you're a bad person. I just think you have blinkers when it comes to certain people. Can someone
But don't
tell
we
me?
all when it comes to our friends? Because don't forget, I'm not a simp on the app. Me and Alex are actually friends. You know, like.
Bro, so is Luke and Red. They're friends.
Exactly. So
if
you
someone's
can't-
calling
everybody's-
his friend a scumbag and you're sat there, and I just said that to you about before as well, when women are getting called scumbags and weirdos and you're sat there not calling it out, then people are going to have an opinion. And I just said that to you before. Like, if you're going to want people to call out people saying things about you, you call it out as well.
But then TJ Luke just says, but you sat in the box when this was getting said. But Alex is forever getting dragged, so why am I? Everybody is biased when it comes to their friends on this app, and nobody can tell me any different.
I'm only biased towards Pearl, and I say
Exactly,
it. Chest.
exactly. So you defend Peril, right? So how's it any different from me defending my friend?
But then I call it out when Pearl's wrong. I
But
call
so
it
do
out.
I.
Pearl calls me wrong. You didn't. You sat there and let somebody call a woman a scumbag, and a scumbag and
I was told-
a weirdo, and didn't say anything. And you just joined it like you do whatever you want. So everyone's allowed to do whatever they want. Then you you can't say you're not allowed to
can I
do
speak?
this. Go on.
I've been called worse by Luke. Red never calls them out. In fact, Red in your comments just called me a weirdo, so she agrees with what was said. So don't come to me and tell me to call things out when nobody else does it for me.
I've called it out. Stop lying. I've called out loads of shit for you, Stacey.
I'm not talking about you.
A lot worse to multiple people. I've never said I'm an angel, Andrea. There's a difference.
Oh, Can I ask a genuine question?
Go on.
And this isn't an attack, this is a genuine question. Stacey, yesterday, when that whole thing kicked off, was there like any point where you thought, no, actually, Alex, I think you need to take a step back here?
There's been many times where I've said to Alex, like, you need to just focus on your own platform and forget what's going on around you. There's been
No,
many
you
times.
didn't. You actively encouraged it yesterday. That's a
No,
lie.
they-
You
look,
encouraged it.
I'm not talking about yesterday. I was asked the question. I'm answering it. There's been
She
many
asked you
times.
about yesterday. She asked you about yesterday.
No, because see, yesterday Alex didn't do anything yesterday for all that to be off the way it booted off.
Like, guys,
he
anybody
was
who's got no
cancelled,
heart,
but
can
he
you
never
mute
said
her?
a single word.
Top girl, can I just say Miss Red did call me out for the way I spoke to Stacey. She said I shouldn't have done it in an aggressive manner. She did call me out, Stacey. Yes, she did.
But then Miss Red sat on her live yesterday and says, and for that person that started crying because she got called a bitch, no, there's a reason why that got to me the way that it got to me. I'm not going to sit and say it on the app because that's my private business.
That's your
Nobody
right.
needs
That's
to know
your
that.
right.
Right, nobody needs to know the reason, but just let you know, right, that it's not just about being called a bitch, it was the way that it was said to me, right, and I'm going to be honest now, but I'm not going to get into that.
Can I just
Stacey,
say,
you've just
how
jumped
is it?
up. You've just jumped up and called me a cunt and a rat and gone
Yeah,
at me.
you called me
I
a
wasn't
wronging on your
screaming at
live.
you. I didn't
You
scream
called
at
me-
you.
You sat and says you're good for nothing, Look,
But that's an
you were going at
opinion.
me as
That's
well.
an opinion. Let's not forget, you had an opinion.
I was having
He's
an
allowed
opinion
an
on
opinion.
what you said. I was having an opinion on what you were saying in the bot.
You had an opinion yesterday.
I
You
didn't
had
get
your
up and
opinion
call.
yesterday,
I stand
and you
by
felt
what
the
I said,
need-
Stacey. Stacey, you're a troublemaker. Sorry, darling, you're a troublemaker. You are a troublemaker.
How
Sorry.
am I a troublemaker?
That's just my opinion. That's
Thank
just
you,
an
Robert
opinion. You are a troublemaker.
All right.
Sorry, I'm not. You're a troublemaker.
Because I defend someone, I'm a troublemaker.
I don't think you're a total wrong 'un, but I do think you're a
Then
troublemaker.
that's the same
You
for
make
Luke
a
as
lot of
well,
trouble.
Stacey. He's defending his friend, so how can he be a troublemaker?
I'm just defending Miss Red.
Exactly.
Sorry,
So how's he coming up having a proper go, sitting on his live having a proper go for doing the exact same things that I do?
Yeah, but that's Stacey. Is that not the same as Alex calling CG a wrong 'un as well?
Yeah.
Weirdo. A weirdo.
You can't ask Stacey that if she doesn't know about it. You can't. That's on Alex. That's not on her.
Oh no! He called her a weirdo. She was in the box. Okay, TG 3 getting at 1. Stacey, are you all right? Do you want me to drop everyone?
I'm
just
mute,
you
I'm
mute?
not.
Stacey,
I'm
no
mute.
problem.
I
But I
haven't
just
said
think you're a
no.
bit of a
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
troublemaker.
Pearl's not
fine.
said one thing.
I'm
Right,
gonna
so
drop
guys
out
in the
'cause it's not
comments,
fair.
see all this on. She just said she's fine. She dropped down 3 times and then she's brought herself back up. I'm not gonna keep her quiet. She's allowed to respond if people are
Oh
going
no,
at
I'm
her.
fine. I don't feel fine. No, I'm fine.
Is that okay for you, everyone?
So yesterday, what's my name? So yesterday was Alex cam-2ing Red, or were the
Yeah,
comments trolling?
he was cam-2ing, but it was for like I'd say about 6 minutes. Never uttered a word.
Okay, but at the same time, Miss Red has said, I don't want you to come to me.
And then as soon as Miss Red said that, Alex came off live.
What I don't understand, and I'm not coming at you. I'm asking like genuine questions of curiosity here.
You're asking me questions that are aimed at Alex. I'm not Alex.
No. What I'm just speaking my mind here. I'll speak to Alex. What
As
I
if you've
don't
got anything,
understand.
can we give to Malik? Sorry. Go on.
Do you know what I don't get? I
You know
don't get
what,
why.
Karina? Just honestly, what I'm just saying is, let's not pretend to, be some sort of nice person, and that you never do anything wrong when everyone does something wrong. Luke's had opinions, you've had opinions. You might not like each other. Let's fucking leave it as that simple as, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't like things Luke says, stop going at Luke. If Luke doesn't like the things you say, Luke needs to stop going for you. Simple.
Agreed. I'm not even a creator. But do you know what I would love to see, Top Gun? I'd love to see
You're
all
not a
these
creator.
friends.
Hold on, you're not a creator, but you're all called fucking cockapoo and this, that, and the other. She's not a creator, but everyone's allowed to go for cockapoo.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, please.
Justice for fucking
please.
cockapoo, me babbies.
Do you know what I would love to see? Right, these are all ex-friends, right? Pero, Red, Luke, Alex, every single one of them are ex-friends. Talk off the app. Honest to God, just keep it. It's too much. All this is too much.
It is too much, 100%, and I don't understand why it's us women going for each other. Like, there's so many people going for us. Let's all fucking have some sort of fucking class, decorum, something when it comes to us girls against girls. Like, I say
Can we
everything.
Can we also state, when we tell you that, like, you're not a creator, if people jump up in the boxes or in comments, they're still having an opinion. There's no difference between vocalising it or putting it in a text. So many people don't get called out in the comments when they write the most fucking vile, disgusting shit about people. Yet people want to sit there and go, but I don't jump out in the box. In all respect, if you're in a live and you put something in the comments, you're held accountable for it as much as anybody that says it.
Right, you've got 1 minute. Last thing to each everyone. Oh, cockapoo's here. Let her say, because she has been mentioned. Pearl, can you say one last thing? Because I need to go drop my kids off.
I love you.
Love you. Fraser. He said he's bald. A cockapoo. Stacey,
Not bald. Have a lovely day for everybody, all right?
Cockapoo.
Apparently they go for me because I make snide comments. I'd like one example of a snide comment. All right then, bye.
Bye. Stacey.
She said they go for me. When did I say she makes snide comments once in this live? So how can I answer something that's not directed at me? Right, but thanks for letting us up top, girl. I'm going to jump down.
No worries. Guys, can we please follow Sam? She's like my day one.
I love you, Top Girl. I just have one question.
Yeah.
What does cam 2 mean?
So when you're on a live and then you're playing somebody else's live, it's cam 2-ing.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I want to know. Thank you. Bye.
Right, go on, I'm going to jump down. Bye, my Malik. Bye,
Who
my
the fuck is
Patel.
Najib? Get out. Right, CG's at the last. Let her come in.
Justice for Cockapoo.
Malik, thank you so much. I'm going. Who's doing boxes? It was me. I put Najib in wrong. I was trying to put CG in. Guys, have a fucking this fucking app. Right. Last thing, you're sacked. Guys, all I'm gonna say is let's try and be fucking kinder to each other. We might not agree with each other's opinions, but let's try and be nicer to each other. That's all I can say. Like, we've all done wrong, we've all said wrong. Let's try and cockapoo. Cockapoo is such a bitch. Thank you everyone so much. Be kind, you bastards. Exactly. Thank you so much to Karina, Pearl, Vince, Miss Red is number 4. Fucking hell, Miss Red got her pick. Lily, who's gone, she did the most as well. Emma, Diane, Els, Lady Di, Hardy, Ali.